and welcome to Best WP7 Games. Today we're taking a look at Galactic Overlord. Now, as the name might suggest, this is a space-based strategy game, with you presumably taking the role of the so-called Galactic Overlord. So when you start a standard mode game, Duel mode in this case, see that you're presented with a world filled with, a galaxy rather, filled with grey planets. I guess it's not really a galaxy, it's a bit too small for that, but never mind. And one red planet. The red planet being your enemy, you obviously control green planets. So as you notice, as you tap on a planet, it highlights it, and if you tap on another planet, you launch a large portion of the ships from that planet to the other planet, in an attempt to take it over. You'll also notice that as you control the planet, the number on it, which tells you how many soldiers, I guess, you have on that planet, constantly regenerates. Meaning that the more planets you have, the faster you develop more troops. So whoever has the most planets is developing the most troops at the quickest rate. As such, the game is basically one very quick land grab, with you trying to find the weakest planets to conquer as quickly as possible in order to then build up a stronger military, though you do of course lose troops by taking over planets. So if you overextend yourself, you'll leave yourself very weak and easy to take over by your opponent. It's all about timing, basically. And, well, on the default difficulty especially, it's quite simple, as the AI isn't brilliant, which I think is probably intentional, as you could presumably create a perfect AI, which would be literally impossible to beat. On the higher difficulty, it ups the amount of troops that the AI has, thus increasing difficulty. Now this is a different mode, and this is an interesting one. It's called Cloaked, and as you can see, I can't actually see the number of troops on the enemy's planets. Moreover, I can't see when they launch ships. I can hear when they're launched, but I can't see where they're being launched from. That said, you can tell where they're being launched from, or you can guess, because when they take over a planet, you can still see the impact. So you can see the direction from which launched enemies have come, which can give you an idea. But this is an interesting mode because not only are you not always sure where the enemy is launching from or where they're launching to until the place has been taken over, you never know the strength of your enemy in each planet. So while you can try and guess where they're launching from and guess that therefore that planet is now weaker because it's just launched troops away from itself, you have to be paying a lot of attention to know this. And this mode adds a lot of extra challenge to the proceedings. It's really quite I do like this mode of gameplay. I think it's a well thought out one. There are two other modes beyond this, which I won't show. One is the three-way, which is just it's the same as Duel mode, the mode you saw first, but with a third character player in there, which does add a sort of significant change to the dynamic, in that the balance of power, it's harder to gain a significant lead as everyone is constantly vying for power. And another mode which I believe is called Asteroids, where quite simply it's exactly the same as normal Duel mode, except the planets are constantly moving around, which does add a bit of a different dynamic, as it does affect as the movement of the planets can affect the viability of attacks. As you can see, it takes a while for ships from a long way away to reach their targets, so if the planets are constantly moving, they may move away from you, thus surprising you. There's also a multiplayer mode. This obviously gets over the whole AI not being brilliant issue. Downside is it is network only, which is a shame. You'll also notice this is the free version of the game that I'm playing. There is also a paid for version, which is entirely the same. There's no difference between the two, apart from the paid for version has no adverts at the bottom, and of course you're also directly supporting the developer by buying it. So yeah, that's Galactic Overlord. It can be had either for free or for 79 pence, and it's available on the marketplace now.